Few things are more beloved in Hollywood than a Hollywood story, so there should be no shortage of people nostalgic for bygone studio days eager to devour being the Ricardos. Welcome back to our channel, Film Overall. Here's some interesting reviews about Aaron Sorkin's Being the Ricardos. While the film is never less than engrossing, its admiration for a pioneering giant of American television's non-parallel physical comedy gifts seems secondary to its co-opting of her as a quintessentially Sorkin-esque smartest person in the room. This isn't to say that such a reading is illegal. Ball was clearly an astute creative artist, a tough cookie who shaped both an irresistible character and a powerful path for herself in an industry that had struggled for decades to figure out what to do with her. And Arnaz was a Cuban immigrant band leader long overlooked by Hollywood, whose business acumen was as important to the sitcom's success as his on-screen charisma as Ricky Ricardo. The right-hand directors is rarely hidden, from the walk and talks to the smug swipes at almost everyone in positions of power and influence to the patronizing reminders of mid-century gender inequality. In an Aaron Sorkin film, the smartest person in any room is invariably Aaron Sorkin, and he can't seem to get out of his way here. As a result, the audience for this Amazon film, which opens in theaters on December 10th ahead of its streaming debut on December 21st, may ultimately lean more towards Sorkin fans than Lucy devotees. Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem's performances as Golden Age TV's best-loved couple can't be faulted, favoring deep dive characterization over physical resemblance or mimicry. Similarly, J.K. Simmons and Nina Arianda as actors Vivian Vance and William Frawley, who played the Ricardos' best friends and neighbors, Fred and Ethel Mertz on television. Tony Hale, Aaliyah Shawkat, and Jake Lacey provide solid backup as the three writers' room fixtures struggling to put together an episode amid constant disruptions. But the snappy, hyper-articulate banter and liberal self-congratulation are all from Sorkin's repertoire. The same can be said for the uninteresting visual gloss. There's little sense of impassioned investment to match Sorkin's previous feature, The Trial of the Chicago 7, or his stage adaptation of To Kill a Mockingbird, making it easy to accept the trademark grandstanding. Being the Ricardos feel like a project Sorkin shaped to fit his interests rather than one that grew organically there, and that assiduous shaping saps its emotional charge. In these days of infinitely fragmented cable and streaming audiences, it seems almost unfathomable that I Love Lucy was attracting 60 million viewers per week when gossip columnist Walter Winchell dropped an item linking Ball to the Communist Party at the end of his radio broadcast. When the stars, writers, and producers gather for the table read on Monday morning, they breathe a sigh of relief because none of the papers have picked up the story. However, another item did run implying Desi has been philandering, which irritates Lucy even more. The setting is prime Sorkin territory, and there's plenty of texture in the snippy dynamics between on-screen talent and creatives, as well as specific interactions within the group, such as Vance's antagonistic banter and the amusingly curmudgeonly Frawley, who's already drunk at 10 a.m. Arianda brings a touching bruised dignity to Vance's resentment of Ethel being made fun of for her frumpiness, as well as her efforts to make the character more than a frazzle Horospero married to a grump many years her senior. However, that subplot feels crammed in and underdeveloped. Sorkin alludes to Lucy's vanity by ensuring she's the most attractive woman on the show, but then lets her off the hook by leaving Vivian's dissatisfaction unresolved and mostly unaddressed. The real meat of the film is Lucy and Desi deflecting the pinko taint while dealing with marital tensions and the fallout from her pregnancy announcement. Sorkin readily admits to manipulating the timelines of these convergent crises for dramatic effect. The shock of both CBS executives and the show's sponsor company Philip Morris at the shocking prospect of a pregnant woman on primetime TV, especially one married to a Latino immigrant, exemplifies the time's uptight attitudes. Sorkin incorporates a documentary device by having the key I Love Lucy creative team, head writer Jess Oppenheimer or Hale, staff writers Madeline Pugh, and Bob Carroll Jr., appear as older versions of themselves played by John Rubinstein, Linda Levine, and Ronnie Cox, respectively. They appear at regular intervals to reminisce about that week and the fear that the hit show would be derailed by the Red Scare before its Friday Night Live studio taping. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Are you going to watch Being the Ricardos? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.